Welcome to the Final Four of the Parkland Challenge 2017. We have our 4 teams: Danville, Prairie Central, Blue Ridge, and Mahomet. Our first game is between Danville and Prairie Central. Let's meet the teams.
Becca Elbert, Jr.
Madison Ift, Senior.
Abby Cottrell, Senior.
Hunter Bolin, Senior.
Kyle S. Steininger, Jr.
Noah Meister, Senior.
Danny Wells, Jr.
Travis Mueller, Junior.
Maria Carranza, Senior.
Brianna Kerner, Senior.
Jillian Apples, Senior.
Braden Thomas, Senior.
Marcos Carranza, Senior.
Isaac Vogt, Senior.
Carter Hambley, Jr.
Peyton Blodgett, Jr.
Kendall Campbell, Senior. Christina Jackson, Jr. Haley Clark, Senior.
Okay, let's get started with the game. Who is the first African American justice of the Supreme Court of the United States? Hunter, Prairie Central. Thurgood Marshall is correct. This Canadian singer was a country pop force in the 1990s. Her songs include Man, I Feel Like a Woman, Carter Danville.
Celine Dion?
Not Celine Dion, I'll finish for you guys. Man, I Feel Like a Woman, You're Still the One, and That Don't Impress Me Much. Who is she?
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain is correct. What kind of device used for torture locked fingers into a clamp? Carter Danville.
Thumb screws?
Thumb screws is correct. Good job. What 2 snacks are mentioned in Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Isaac Danville.
Peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks is correct. What Nazi flew from Germany to Scotland in an attempt to negotiate peace in World War II? Isaac Danville.
Goring?
Not Goering, no. You guys can prefer?
Goebbels?
No, it's Rudolf Hess. Rudolf Hess. With over 50 million produced, by the 1920s, every second car on the world's roads was a what? Peyton Danville.
Model T.
Model T Ford, yes. What 20th century president was the first sitting vice president to be elected president since 1836? Kyle, President.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Not Roosevelt. No, you guys can confirm? Need an answer?
Nixon?
No, it's George Bush Sr. He was right. What song is traditionally sung at midnight as bells chime in the new year? Carter Danville.
Auld Lang Syne?
Auld Lang Syne is correct. What state is nicknamed the Beehive State? That state is Utah. What strange rock band from Ohio played songs like Uncontrollable Urge, Satisfaction, Whip It, and Working in a Coal Mine? They also urged de-evolution. Kyle, person.
Devo?
Devo is correct. On what REM debut album would you find their song Radio Free Europe? That album is Murmur. Happy Trails was a familiar theme song of what movie cowboy? Kyle, person.
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers is correct. Good job. What U.S. state was named after the chaste Queen Elizabeth I? Isaac Danville.
Virginia.
Virginia is correct. Who wrote the newspaper column Little Old New York before his variety show became a fixture of Sunday night? Here's a hint. The Beatles had their American debut. Peyton Danville.
Carson.
Not Carson. On his show. You guys can confirm? Need an answer?
Conan.
No, it was the Ed Sullivan Show. The Ed Sullivan Show. The baby kangaroo is called a joey. Hunter.
No answer.
Okay, I'll finish for you guys. What are his parents called? What are his parents called?
It's okay, buddy.
Joseph's.
No, the mom is called a flyer, and the dad is called a boomer, as it turns out. What element is a diamond comprised of? Isaac Danville.
Carbon.
Carbon is correct. What is the capital of Texas? Hunter, person.
Austin.
Austin is correct. What encyclopedia's first edition in 1771 described California as a large country of the West Indies? Peyton Danville.
Britannica?
Yes, Encyclopedia Britannica. Nike was the Greek god of what? Isaac Danville.
Victory.
Victory.
Dang it. I busted.
The highest mountain east of the Mississippi is Mount Mitchell. In what state is Mount Mitchell? Peyton Danville.
Washington.
Not Washington. You guys can give her? Any answer?
Tennessee?
North Carolina. Who wrote Forrest Gump? It was Winston Groom. In Concord, Massachusetts, you can see a replica of Henry David Thoreau's house on what famous pond? Carter Danville.
Walden.
Walden Pond is correct. Dry ice is what gas in a solid state? Isaac Danville.
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is correct. What's short for binary digit? Short for binary digit. Peyton Danville.
0, 1.
No. You guys can confirm?
Binary digit is like a 0 or 1. Just a digit.
Any answer?
Bit.
Bit is correct. Good job. Yes. Okay, it's time for this round's video question, which belongs to Danville.
In this year's NCAA men's basketball tournament, North Carolina defeated Gonzaga to win their 6th national championship, placing them 3rd all time. What school has the most national titles with 11?
UCLA.
UCLA has 11 titles overall, including 7 in a row from 1967 to 1973.
Okay, great job on the video question. In what decade did the FBI hire its first 2 female agents? Isaac Danville.
70s.
1970s is correct. How many Apollo missions actually landed men on the moon? Isaac Danville.
6.
6 is correct. 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. What planet is the largest in our solar system? Peyton Danville. Jupiter is correct. What is the latest day in the year which Easter Sunday can fall in Western Christian churches? Haley Danville.
The 24th.
Not the 24th. You guys can move further?
It's like the 28th, I think.
Is it a Sunday? Is it the last Sunday in April?
You can answer?
28th.
25th. What cape is in the southernmost point of India? Peyton Danville.
Cape Horn.
Not Cape Horn. You guys can confirm?
Go for it, man.
Cape Bailey.
Cape Comorin. Cape Comorin. How many inches are in 8 feet? Person.
96.
96.
I thought it was too simple.
Master of math.
What organ is almost always removed if accidentally cut during surgery? 100%.
Appendix.
Not appendix. No.
Am I right?
Gallbladder.
Spleen.
Oh, it's a spring.
When Disney's Goofy grins, his Goofy grin, how many teeth can you see? 100%.
2.
2 is correct. To the closest whole number, how long is a half marathon? Haley Danville.
13 miles.
Yes, it's actually 13.1. Good job. Who was the president just before Lincoln? Peyton Danville. Buchanan is correct. James Buchanan. What internet club was started by Andy Katz Mayfield and Jeff Rader? 100%.
Club Penguin.
Not Club Penguin.
It's my favorite.
MySpace.
No, it was Harry's Shave Club. Country singer Loretta Lynn's store in Nashville sells what sort of items? Kyle Percento.
Boots.
Not boots, no.
Leather.
No, it's Western wear. What novel features the character Long John Silver? Peyton Devil.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island. The body of this King of England, who died in 1485, Peyton Devil.
Richard III.
Richard III was found in 2013. What novel highway phenomenon was introduced at Woodbridge, New Jersey in 1929? Peyton Devil.
Catcher in the Rye.
No. You guys can give her what novel highway phenomenon?
Novel highway phenomenon. What is novel highway? What does that even mean?
Any answer?
No answer.
It was the Cloverleaf. The Cloverleaf interchange. It wasn't a novel. It was What Seattle landmark constructed in the 1962 Hunter Prairie Central?
Space Needle.
Space Needle. Whose art career included phases known as the Blue Period, Hunter Prairie Central?
Van Gogh.
Not Van Gogh.
Picasso.
Picasso, yes. This president gave us the first televised White House address in 1947. Isaac Danville.
Truman.
Truman is correct. Missouri has had 3 state capitals. Why is that? Isaac Danville.
They got destroyed in the Civil War.
Not correct. You guys can confirm?
Dang it.
Germany. Flooding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because they flood. Flooding?
No, they burnt down. Okay, that's the end of our first round. We'll tally up our score and be back for the lightning round right after this message.
Having problems fitting college into your busy schedule? Take classes on your time.
Now that the kids are in bed, I can relax and view this week's lesson. It is so great that I can be out of town and still participate in class discussions. Even though this class is online, these videos really give me a chance to get to know my professors, all from the comfort of my own home.
With affordable tuition, hundreds of online classes, and over 20 degrees to choose from, Parkland College Online Learning is here for you. So go ahead, register today. Visit online.parkland.edu for more information about Parkland's online classes.
Welcome back. Danville jumped out to a quick lead, but let's see if Prairie Central can catch up in the lightning round. What is the sum of money paid regularly by a company to its shareholders out of its profits or reserves? Christina Danville.
Dividend?
Dividend is correct. What is the official language of Panama? 100%.
Spanish.
Spanish is correct. What reptilian name is given to a scarf made of feathers or fur? 100%.
Boa.
Boa is correct. What communist leader founded a baseball team called Los Barbudos? 100%.
Castro.
Fidel Castro is correct. What year did the War of 1812 end? Isaac Danville.
1815.
1815 is correct. What animal Amazonian species packs a 650 volt jolt? Hunter, Prairie Central.
Electric eel.
Eels. What is distinctive about the Babson map in Wesley, Massachusetts? That's actually the largest physical map of the United States. What comical newspaper cartoon follows a young man in the Army and his run-ins with Sarge? Kyle, Prairie Central.
Beetle Bailey.
Beetle Bailey is right. What is the largest muscle in the human body? Hunter, Prairie Central.
Gluteus maximus.
Gluteus maximus. What flower has more varieties than any other? At least 30,000, ranging in size from a quarter inch to 20 feet. 100%.
Sunflower?
Not the sunflower, it's the orchid. What vitamin is mainly acquired for the body through sunlight? 100%.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct. What color is always at the top of a single 100% Central?
Red.
Red is correct, a single rainbow. What is another name for the abominable snowman? Kyle, Prairie Central.
Yeti.
Yeti is correct. How fast do flying fish fly? We would have accepted anywhere between 35 and 45 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for a fish. Which saint's feast day is celebrated on the 14th day of February? Abby, Prairie Central.
St. Valentine's.
St. Valentine's is correct. What is the only even prime number? Peyton Danville. 2 is right. What is the nickname of the NBA team in Memphis, Tennessee? Kyle, Prairie Central.
Grizzlies.
Yes, the Memphis Grizzlies. What was Shakespeare's soul of wit? Carter Danville.
Brevity.
Brevity is right. Okay, really good lightning round there. We'll tally up our scores and come back for our final round right after this brief message.
This is Mike. He wants to further his education, but he doesn't have a lot of time or money. With a full-time job and limited funds, things look bleak. Think Parkland. Affordable in-district tuition, hundreds of online classes to choose from, over 20 degrees, mostly or entirely online. Affordable, convenient, gets you ahead. Parkland College Online Learning. Go ahead, link up. Visit online.parkland.edu for more information about Parkland's online classes.
Okay, Prairie Central made up a little ground. Let's get started with our final round and see who comes out on top. What southern state is the Pelican State? Isaac Danville.
Louisiana.
Louisiana is the Pelican State. In 2001, what country resolved its long-standing border disputes with Saudi Arabia and Bahrain? Hunter.
Israel.
Not Israel. You guys can defer?
Israel.
Need an answer?
Iraq.
Qatar. What president claimed that the Louisiana Purchase was his greatest achievement? Peyton Jefferson. Not Jefferson, I'll finish for you guys. Louisiana Purchase was his greatest achievement, although he wasn't president when it occurred.
Was it Madison? Madison?
No, it was Monroe. He negotiated the purchase as Jefferson's diplomat. What is the birthstone for May? Christina Danville.
Emerald.
Emerald. Good job. What historic Virginia port was purchased in 1682 for 10,000 pounds of tobacco? Isaac Danville.
Norfolk Shipyard.
Norfolk. That's correct. Good job. What street runs past Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee? Kyle, Prairie Central.
Presley Drive.
Not Prison Drive.
Elvis Avenue.
Very close, both of you. Elvis Presley Boulevard. Elvis Presley. In which year did Japanese aircraft attack the American fleet? Hunter, Prairie Central.
41.
1941, yes. Pearl Harbor. What's the largest denomination bill issue in the United States? Hunter, Prairie Central.
100.
100 is the most, yes. What movement that preceded Prohibition was led by Carter Danville?
Temperance.
Temperance, yes, by Carrie Nation. Macbeth was the ruler of what country? Becca, person.
Scotland.
Scotland is correct. Hogans and Wickiups were dwellings inhabited by what group of people? Hogans and Wickiups. Isaac Danville.
Native Americans.
Yes, Native Americans. What century did mathematicians first use plus and minus signs? Peyton Danville.
5th century.
What?
5th.
5th. No, not the 5th. Yes, please, right?
It had to be before that.
It's going to be a BC. 10th in ancient Greek. No.
Need an answer?
BC?
Sure.
3rd.
16th.
Oh.
What river originates in the Black Forest and continues through several countries? Hunter, Prairie Central.
The Rhine.
Not the Rhine, and through several countries to the Black Sea.
Volga.
The Danville. This teenage comedy drama followed 5 students who were spending a Saturday afternoon, Isaac Danville.
Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club in high school detention. What is the term for a cold-blooded vertebrate covered by scales or horny plates? Peyton Danville. Reptile. What is the only African country with port cities on both the Red Sea and the Mediterranean? Isaac Danville.
Egypt.
Egypt is correct. What's the Greek name for hell? Abby Person.
Hades?
Hades is correct. What 1981 video game created by Nintendo featured the debut of Mario? Peyton Danville.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is right. What world landmark was built by Mughal Emperor Isaac Danville?
Taj Mahal.
Taj Mahal is correct. If you're looking for Waldo, what colors? Hunter Percival.
Red and white.
Red and white is correct. What group consisted of Chris, JC, Joey, Lance, and Justin? Carter Danville.
NSYNC.
NSYNC is correct. I'm getting really excited here. What song's lyrics come from the poem "The Defense of Fort McHenry"? Kyle Person.
Star Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner is correct. U.S. Airways Flight 1549 landed safely in the Hudson River thanks to Captain Carter Danville.
Sully Sullenberger.
No, not correct. I'll finish for you guys. Thanks to Captain Sully Sullenberger, who played Sully in the 2016 film based on these events. Tom Hanks is correct.
You got it.
Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was demolished by an earthquake? Peyton and Danville.
Painting Gardens of Babel.
No. In 224 BC. Demolished by an earthquake. You guys confirm?
What's falling down? Is it, no, is it the, it's Stonehenge?
Need answers?
Mausoleum of Zeus.
The Colossus of Rhodes. Thank you. All right, it's time for this round's video question, which goes to Prairie Central.
When the Chicago Cubs won the 2016 World Series, they ended the longest drought in Major League history. What team now holds the longest drought without a World Series title?
It was people that played Indians. Yeah.
Cleveland Indians.
The team the Cubs defeated in the 2016 World Series, the Cleveland Indians, now hold the longest drought, having gone 68 years without a World Series championship.
Okay, great job on the video question. Let's finish up the game. What neighboring countries are separated by the Polk Strait? P-A-L-K, Polk Strait. That is India and Sri Lanka. India and Sri Lanka. Whose books have sold over 350 million copies and include titles like Misery? Carter Danville.
Stephen King.
Stephen King is correct. In the first box of Crayola crayons introduced in 1903, how many colors were there? Peyton Danville. 8 is correct. What Arizona city was named because it rose from the ruins? Peyton Danville. Phoenix is correct. A Native American town. William Henry Harrison was the first president to represent what political party? Isaac Danville.
Whig.
Whig is correct. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Isaac Danville.
Omega.
Omega. When lions and tigers mate, what do you call hunter person?
Liger.
Liger.
It's like my favorite animal.
What was Eleanor Roosevelt's maiden name before she was married? Abby Person.
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt is correct. What book was banned in China after censors decided animals should not use hunter person?
No answer.
Should not use human language.
Animal Farm.
No, it was Alice's Adventures in the Woods.
Oh, sorry.
What popular childhood sports organization had its birthplace in Williamsport, Pennsylvania? Isaac Danville.
Little League Baseball.
Little League Baseball is correct. How many chambers does the human heart have? Peyton Danville. 4, yes. Left and right ventricle, left and right atrium. What cavalryman's bonehead moves included Peyton Danville?
Custer.
Yes, Armstrong Custer, leaving 4 Gatling guns behind. How many pounds are wagered that Phineas Fogg can circumvent the world in 80 days in the Jules Verne Classic? Peyton Danville.
10,000.
Not 10,000. You guys can confirm?
I don't know.
100,000.
100,000.
20,000. 20,000. The Whitewater controversy involved the real estate dealings of which well-known Carter Danville?
Bill Clinton?
No. I'll finish for you guys. Which well-known political couple?
The Clintons?
Bill and Hillary Clinton?
Yes. Bill and Hillary Clinton. What magazine gives out the golden calipers to its Car of the Year winner? 100%.
Popular Mechanics?
Not Popular Mechanics. You guys can
You
confirm?
didn't get a car wash. Thunder. Nobody. It's okay.
Gear? Gear.
No. Motor Trend. Motor Trend's Motor Trend. What is a mixture of potassium, nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur? Isaac Danville.
Gunpowder.
Gunpowder is correct. What poisonous weed gets its name? Peyton Danville.
Nightshade?
Not nightshade. I'll finish for you guys. What poisonous weed gets its name from a historic American village?
Hemlock?
No, it was Jimson weed. It was named after Jamestown, Virginia. Crime Master, Electro, Sandman, Peyton Danville.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yes. There are a few villains in Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Electro Dog.
This U.S. state celebrates Will Rogers Day every November on his birthday. What state is it? Peyton Danville.
Rhode Island.
Not Rhode Island. Yes.
Pick a state. Name.
Texas.
It's Oklahoma. The 5-mile Mackinac Bridge connecting Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas has what nickname? Kyle, present.
UP Bridge?
No, not the UP Bridge. You guys know that?
The Heart of Ann Arbor.
No, it's called the Mighty Mac. Mighty Mac. What is the capital of the Philippines? 100%.
Manila.
Manila is correct. What famous street, much loved by New Orleans tourists, Kyle?
Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street is a pedestrian-only zone now. Republican incumbent President George W. Bush was re-elected in 2004. Who was his Democratic Isaac Danville?
John Kerry.
John Kerry. Who was his opponent? Okay, that's the end of our game. We'll tally up our score and tell you who's moving on right after this. Well, you can tell we're in the finals. We went through a lot of questions and got a lot of right answers. Danville 470, Prairie Central 330. That means Danville will move on to play the winner of our next game, which is Blue Ridge and Muhammad. We'll see you for that right after this.